Right now at 6, winter weather returns. Which areas got hit hardest and community reactions.
And final plans under review. The residential project that could transform La Crosse's former Southside Library.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozorowski. The cleanup continues after that blast of winter weather.
That's right. Let's take a live look outside our studios. The weather has definitely died down. Earlier, the area was hit with snow, cold, and windy conditions.
The trifecta in La Crosse, a snow emergency is on, so that means alternate side parking. It starts at midnight and expires Monday at 6 p.m. On odd days, you're parking on the odd side of the street. The opposite for the even days. In Viroqua, the city is asking their residents to move cars from downtown tonight as crews will begin clearing the snow around 1 a.m.
And that weather throwing a wrench into the morning commute.
Absolutely. News 8 Now's Grace Monk is live with how residents battled those conditions. Grace.
Residents across the Coulee region say they didn't expect to see that much snow. La Crosse residents woke up to find a city covered in snow.
My son was over this morning about 4 o'clock and took the four-wheeler, so we're coming behind with the smaller machine and the shovels just to clean up.
For some, their plans were delayed.
I had to clear off my car, and it's probably taken me almost about 30 minutes.
Sadly, I had to miss class this morning because of the snow, but it's all right.
In Onalaska, residents found themselves in a similar position. One property owner says the amount of snow caught him by surprise.
About an inch or two, but we got a lot more than that.
But that didn't stop him from helping out.
Just helping out some friends. When a big snowplow comes through, it just buries them. So we keep it out of the curb and then put it away.
A lot of the snow has been cleared out, but you'll still want to be careful when you're driving and walking on sidewalks. Reporting in La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Grace. And the weather leading to some intense conditions on I-94 today. This is the intersection near Industrial Avenue in Tomah. A semi losing control. We caught up with some truck drivers to ask how they handle the conditions.
I'm going to drive real slow, and then if it's too bad, I'm going to pull right back off again.
And across the river, Iowa's Winneshiek County Sheriff's Office says they responded to over 30 stranded motorists since last night.
And a heads up for drivers, the Lansing Car Ferry is back open. That winter mix and hazardous road conditions shut down the service earlier today. That closure lasting for a few hours.
Yeah, well, we got quite a big snow dump over here in La Crosse, and we've got an extra cold weekend ahead too, Greg.
Yeah, quite a bit of areas. Small areas saw like 9 to 12 and upwards to 15 in a small band. If you're outside of that, you didn't see much. But everything else pretty much has calmed down this evening, minus the winds that are still out there, gusting occasionally above 20. But for the most part, we're still in the mid-20s, not seeing any expected flurry activity or snow activity. There's to kind of give you an indication of where we saw that heaviest snow band. It was really Vernon County to northern Crawford and then right across the river into Iowa. And that stretches all the way down, excuse me if I got something in my throat, to Cora, just based on what was going on there. Now, overall, as you go further north, it was far less. Now, this is radar indicated, so you get farther away, it doesn't indicate total amounts of snow. Overall, we're still in the mid-20s to a few upper teens. Plenty of clouds, but all the snow is pushed off to the northeast in the UP or far northern Wisconsin. Otherwise, we're looking at cloudy conditions, still a little bit of a wind chill out there, going back down to 23 at Eau Claire. La Crosse, we're looking at the same story, about 22 degrees by 10 p.m. We'll keep that cloud cover, but the winds will decrease, so still be a wind chill, but nothing really unusual for this time of the year. Coming up later, now we got the snow, now we got the cold, so we'll break how long that lasts, and then we might actually see 40 once again later in the broadcast.
All right, thank you, Greg.
And don't forget, when weather hits, you can track it with the First Warn weather app. Sentencing day for the man charged in the death of a 15-month-old child. Levon Liggins will spend 7 years behind bars. In September of 2023, his son died from toxic effects of fentanyl. The mother of the child, Brittany Basley, was sentenced to 4.5 years in July. Both parents also have previous child neglect convictions. Today, a Tomah man was sentenced to 8 months in prison and 5 years probation after pleading guilty to aggravated battery and domestic abuse repeater charges. Edwin Ross stabbed a victim in the chest during a domestic dispute on Dogwood Lane last April. The 52-year-old has prior domestic abuse convictions. News.
Fire crews battling a house fire on La Crosse's south side this morning. It happened on Losey Boulevard. Upon arrival, fire was coming out the south side of the building. Flames were knocked down in half an hour. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
Able to navigate through the snow. We're fortunate that the hydrant that we used was shoveled out, but yeah, snow can impede our timing, you know, when we're trying to get our objectives done.
Losey was briefly closed while they battled the flames, though no one was injured.
A News 8 follow-up. La Crosse is reviewing the final plans for the former Southside Library building. The design committee met today. Developers want to turn this building into a 6-unit residential building and add 4 residential buildings on existing space. The old library was bought for $151,000.
Developing out of the nation's capital, the Supreme Court ruling against President Trump's tariffs, delivering a major blow to the president's economic agenda. In a 6-3 ruling, the justices said the sweeping tariffs imposed under emergency powers violated federal law, and only Congress can implement those tariffs.
The Supreme Court's ruling on tariffs is deeply disappointing. And I'm ashamed of certain members of the court, absolutely ashamed, for not having the courage to do what's right for our country.
The president announcing new avenues for his tariffs. He says a 10% global tariff will be imposed. Still to come, a lifelong Packer fan receives the ultimate honor, the emotional moment that went beyond football.
And NASA's Artemis II mission gets a launch date when the 10-day moon voyage could lift off.
Monday morning, new dietary guidelines around drinking. We'll explain on Mindful Monday, and potential economic fallout from actions overseas. Art has a look at a colder Monday. We'll see you at 5 a.m.
In a world that can tear kids down, every child needs someone who builds them up. That's why Buygoff and Roadie proudly sponsors Big Brothers Big Sisters to match kids with their own mentor. Because every child deserves a champion.
The 11% rebate is here. Stock up at Menards. All prices are value after 11% rebate. Clean up with 42-count Tide laundry pods, just $9.78. A 15-pack of double-roll paper towels is only $12.45. Stay organized with a 30-gallon tote, just $8.89. A 4-tier shopping unit, only $17.79. Hurry, these great deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Another day, same pain, same meds, same struggling for symptom relief. Injections like Humira and Enbrel work similarly to treat moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis. But if your symptoms haven't improved enough, Rinvoq works differently. It's a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve RA and PSA joint pain, stiffness, and swelling, as fast as 2 weeks for some. Even after 3 years, many people felt this relief. In PSA, Rinvoq can leave skin noticeably clearer.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Do something different. Ask your doctor if switching to Rinvoq is right for you.
When your nest empties, you can fill a child's life with purpose. Big Brothers Big Sisters bridges generations through mentorship. Buygoff and Roadie changes lives through justice. Because one mentor can change everything.
Well, bleeding green and gold is par for the course in Northeast Wisconsin, but now one cheesehead stands above all the rest.
Paul Stino is in Green Bay, introducing us to the newest member of the Packers Fan Hall of Fame.
The moment. Our 2025 Fan Hall of Fame winner is Patrick Saplicki from Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
The Green Bay Packers immortalized Pat Saplicki into their Fan Hall of Fame.
Wow.
And the reaction from his family.
And watching him up there, giving his speech, you know, being honored for the amazing man and Packer fan that he is, it was the biggest honor that I could have, you know, as his daughter.
Pat says he owes his Packers fandom to his dad, LG.
In our family, you always were a Packer fan right at birth. You're nothing else.
Pat attended his first game at Lambeau in 1972 and is known for the Packers man cave in his basement, a project he paused when his father passed away in 2003 and later completed in his honor. Now it's the place to go for watch parties with friends and family.
I think he would have been awed by this. He would have been kicking up his heels because he was the ultimate fan. And
Pat is also a cancer survivor, saying that being able to look forward to Packers games helped him win that battle.
I think he thought that would be the biggest thing he did in life, but now I think this is the biggest thing, you know, to be immortalized in the Packer Fan Hall of Fame.
Back on Christmas
This
Eve.
is Green Bay Packer Hall of Famer and Super Bowl 31 champion, number 86, Antonio Freeman. I want to send a very special, distinguished shout out.
It was a Packers legend who sent a video to Pat to let him know he was one of 10 finalists.
Go, Pat, go. Go, Pat, go. Keep fighting.
2 months later, he's now officially in the Packers Fan Hall of Fame, sharing the moment with family out on the frozen tundra and reflecting on the influence of the man he says made this all possible.
I like to think he would be real proud of us.
In Green Bay, Paul Stino, Local 5 News.
From the football field to the slopes, North America's largest ski race finally kicked off on Thursday in Wisconsin. Warm weather forced organizers to relocate events from Hayward to Cable. The American Birkebeiner Week draws 40,000 people every February to celebrate Nordic sports. One of the most anticipated events, the Barkie Birkie, where skiers and their dogs team up to race to the finish line.
I think it's so cool to ski at the trailhead. It's also kind of surprising they're letting the dogs ski on it, which I think is also really cool.
This marks the second time in 3 years that events have moved due to snow conditions, but participants say the spirit of the Birkie remains strong.
We'll save the date for this lunar voyage. NASA announced today that March 6th is the earliest launch date for Artemis II, a mission that will send 4 astronauts on a long-awaited trip around the moon. NASA conducted a wet dress rehearsal last night to fuel the spacecraft's launch system rocket and test the launch countdown.
Overall, the countdown went very, very smoothly. We do have work to go to get our systems ready for launch. We've already begun the data reviews from the wet dress yesterday, and there's some other work that needs to be done out at the pad.
3 American astronauts and 1 Canadian will fly in the mission. The 10-day voyage is a giant step toward the Artemis III moon landing that's scheduled for 2028.
President Trump says he'll order the release of all government documents related to aliens. It comes after former President Barack Obama said aliens are real during a podcast.
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in, what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51.
He made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information.
Obama later clarified his stance, saying he saw no evidence of aliens during his presidency. In 2024, the Pentagon released a report saying there's no evidence of extraterrestrial encounters. We will have more news ahead.
At first.
Yeah, and like the last several weekends, it's going to be a cold, kind of blustery weekend with temperatures getting back into where we should be in the January time frame. So we'll break out when we expect to get reaching 40. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
During the President's Day sale at PM Sleep Center, you'll save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Hurry in early for the best selection. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving the Cross a good night's sleep for over 40 years.
We see you out there coming up with original ideas, which is why you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Because you know that when inspiration stirs, we'll have what you need at prices that help make it happen. During our big pet care event, save $5 on select Taste of the Wild dog food. Free gift cards when you buy select Hill's Science Diet pet food. Plus, rewards members get free same-day local delivery on pet orders of $49 or more. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
To everyone who values tradition, what does tradition mean to you?
Our family's been doing fish fry here for years.
At Culver's, we make our fish fry the way tradition deserves.
Hand battered, right here in the restaurant.
Right here.
Right here.
The food here never disappoints.
And the best part, we get to sit and enjoy the company. Hey.
Helping you spend time with your family, it's what we're all about.
From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious!
If you're living with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis or active psoriatic arthritis, symptoms can sometimes hold you back. But now, there's Skyrizi, so you can be all in with clearer skin. With Skyrizi, you can show up with dramatically clearer skin. And if you have psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi can help you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
During the President's Day sale at PM Sleep Center, you'll save up to $800 on select Stearns & Foster adjustable mattress sets. Hurry in early for best selection. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving the Cross a good night's sleep for over 40 years.
I'll give you a short review of what happened with that system yesterday. We all knew where the snow was, but it was where that band was going to set up, that really intense band that you could see at least above 6 inches. In fact, it was 9, even 12 inches in some areas, got up to 15. Early on, it had pushed further southeast, but then yesterday evening, that band started to shift further north, so that 6 to 9 was right on the doorstep or right in La Crosse, with that 9-inch getting very close too. It actually ended up being just a little bit further north. You see the amounts here. We're approaching 15 inches in some places in Iowa, but really that band set right up there, and it was kind of going back and forth. More like a springtime system. March and April, you tend to get these systems that have a very narrow band of snow given the warmer conditions of the system. So something we don't usually see in February, more likely we see in March, April, or even early May with snow amounts too. Makes it tricky. Now overall, we're going to set the stage for cold conditions. Arctic air is coming back in, but unlike Arctic air in January, it's Arctic air in February, which means a little bit of difference in temperatures too. But you're going to see this come through. There's going to be a good push coming through probably Saturday night and Sunday, and that could provide a little bit of opportunities for some flurries, light snow, probably east of I-94. That's going to set up cold conditions Sunday into Monday, but then notice that pushes off to the east, and we got warmer conditions to the west begin to pull back in. So by Tuesday, you're going to start seeing more seasonal conditions. And then we got the next chance of accumulating snow, right? You see this little system come through here. That'll be Wednesday. That could bring a round of accumulating snow. Nothing like we saw with this system, but we'll have to keep an eye and see the timing of that. And then overall, towards the end of next week, that's when I think we might see that 40-degree mark finally being reached. We're still in the influences of this low, and it's not going to move much too as disturbances kind of keep diving southeastward into the area through the weekend, as I mentioned. That means we'll still have the blustery winds, especially on Sunday. We'll also have a few flurries too, and the cold conditions will continue. For tonight, mainly teens, flurries, activities, but the winds will decrease. Good news is cloud cover will keep those temps up. If we didn't have the cloud cover, we'd probably go a lot lower given the fresh snow that's now on the ground for a lot of areas. For tomorrow, really these are temperatures you would expect towards the end of January, not towards the almost the end of February. Cold, the winds 10 to 15, a little bit of wind chill. Cloud cover, and then Saturday night you might see a few flurries come through before Sunday. The wind will be more of a factor here as the gradient kind of tightens up and that north wind increases. So really barely getting to 20 degrees. In fact, with snow cover, it might be a few degrees colder too, just we'll have to wait and see. The coldest conditions are likely going to come Sunday night and Monday morning, given we'll clear out, the winds will die down. These may be too conservative or too high given the snowpack. We probably will see some areas get below zero, especially the colder locations, given we have that fresh snow. So a very cold start for Monday, and it still remains cold. Mid-20s, we'll have a lot of sunshine, increasing clouds because we have the next few systems that'll be coming through as we get closer to it. Now, wind chill factors, they will be a factor going into Sunday morning. We're already below zero in a lot of areas, and given those winds will be quite gusty on Sunday, they're likely to stay in the single digits for most of the day, maybe get up to the low teens. And then going into Monday morning, temperature falls back, the winds do decrease, but we'll probably see wind chills at least negatives, maybe even below zero, just depends on what those low temperatures look like. Once we're past that, we do improve for Tuesday and Wednesday. There's an accumulating snow event I mentioned on Wednesday. Average temperatures are at least close to it, and then depending on how things turn out, I think we will see a cold front approach by Saturday, which turns those winds around and allows us to warm back up, potentially into 40s. But we do have snow on the ground, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. That might be too high, but that definitely looks to be a little bit more milder towards the end of next week.
All right, so winter enthusiasts can enjoy this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Mount La Crosse has said they had 15 inches of fresh powder up there.
We know where Greg is going to be.
Amen.
Yes, I will.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, a blow to the Badgers. Details on the injury to a rotational piece for Wisconsin. Plus, hear from Nick Boyd as UW looks to get back in the win column against a rival at home on Sunday. Jacob is next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Unleash your dog's potential at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Our expert trainer makes learning fun and effective, including a wide range of enrichment activities to get your dog's tail wagging. Book your session today. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Stressless by Eckernes. The most comfortable seating in the world is more comfortable than ever. It's on sale now at Drury's in Fountain. Every year, Eckernes updates styles and leathers, and that means outstanding values. And now we're passing these savings on to you. It's time for you to enjoy the incredible comfort of a stressless sofa or recliner in your home. Now at fantastic savings. A stressless recliner is your place. A place to relax, a place to unwind. Stressless furniture on sale now at Drury's in Fountain.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 715-469-6907. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 715-469-6907. Again, that's 715-469-6907.
Unleash your dog's potential at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Our expert trainer makes learning fun and effective, including a wide range of enrichment activities to get your dog's tail wagging. Book your session today. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, after riding the high of a couple wins against some of the best teams in the Big Ten, the Badgers hit a road bump back on Tuesday away against Ohio State. Badgers shot just 7 of 26 from 3 against the Buckeyes in the loss, but the defense was also not up to par, allowing 86 points to a team that just lost one of its top scorers to injury. Wisconsin will now look to avoid dropping back-to-back games for the first time since December 19th when they welcome Iowa to town on Sunday, and Nick Boyd says the team can't afford to come out flat like they did earlier in the week.
You never want to lose 2 in a row, so we start right there. Obviously, we didn't come out with the same energy and effort we needed to get it done on the road, and I mean, we understood that. We watched the film, and we realized, you want to be one of the better teams in the Big Ten, you got to do it each and every night. So Sunday's just another opportunity against a great team to prove ourselves again, and I'm just looking forward to getting out on the Kohl Center floor again and getting to it.
Meanwhile, Iowa coming off their big-time win on their home floor as they defeated number 9 Nebraska back on Tuesday. Tip-off between the Badgers and Hawkeyes set for 3 o'clock on Sunday on FS1. And a blow to the Badgers today as it was reported that Jack Janicki will be out for, quote, the foreseeable future, according to head coach Greg Gard. Janicki left the Ohio State game, and it turns out the injury was a broken wrist, which will require surgery. In 26 games, he's averaging 2.2 points, 2 rebounds per game, but has been one of the best defenders on the team. And it'll be a United States versus Canada Part 2, another gold medal game on Sunday in the 2026 Winter Olympics as the Americans cruised past Slovakia today. Canada had a tight one against Finland, but won in comeback fashion. If you want to catch that gold medal game, you'll have to set that alarm nice and early, 7:10 a.m. The puck drops local time. And we have a winner for the News 8 Play of the Week. Congratulations to GET Melrose Mindoro's Gunnar Kramer, who got a win to lock up a spot at state next week. This was back in sectionals, a big throw that would eventually lead to a pin. Gunnar and the Titans will look to advance to Team State tomorrow as well. We have a couple of sectionals tomorrow at Team State, so check for those highlights tomorrow and highlights tonight for the Friday Night Frenzy. No Kay tonight, so Emily's joining me to do the highlights.
No, I'm
just
not.
kidding. Ken's a special guest, but it would be fun.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it.
And oh, for sure, every time. Loaded lineup of basketball this evening, right?
Yeah, also have some gymnastics too, so if you're in for some gymnastics, we got some Cooley gymnastics, but big basketball night, specifically boys as girls start next week for playoffs. So a lot of good stuff.
For sure. Thanks, Jacob.
All right, we got another look at your forecast right after this.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
During the final days of Ashley's President's Day sale, you can save up to $1,000 off your entire purchase. Or take advantage of no money down with no interest for 60 months. Plus, get the best price with our price match guarantee. Ending soon, only at Ashley.
You came prepared to take on the pressure. We came prepared to give you none of that, just more out of buying a car. At Maury's West Salem Kia, you get our best price up front. No scripts, no side eyes, no 4-hour negotiations. Maury's sales team doesn't work on commission, so you get more help, less hassle. Need service? With Maury's, you get honest work done right. We even do more for our community. Get more with Maury's West Salem Kia. Visit Maury'sWestSalemKia.com.
The 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. Inside these 8 historic buildings, a marvelous selection of quality products for your home. Everything you need to make your bathroom both safe and beautiful. Everything you need for the kitchen of your dreams. Replacement windows and entry doors, siding. Pergolas patio covers 3-season and 4-season rooms. Visit during the 28th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. The first step to improving your home and improving your life. Prompt free estimates.
Ashley's biggest mattress sale of the year ends soon. It's your last chance to get a free adjustable base with select mattress purchase. Or pay no interest for 72 months on top bedding brands. Only at Ashley's President's Day sale. Ending soon.
All right, tonight, don't forget about all the standing water with temperatures going below freezing. There could be some slick spots across the area, too. Otherwise, temperatures tomorrow reflect more like we should be in the end of January, not towards the end of February. So it's going to be cold out there with a northwest wind, 10 to 15. Even colder Sunday into Monday. We do finally reach average Wednesday. That means more snow potentially coming. And yes, that's 40s potentially towards the end of next week.
No fooling? Some 40s coming
as
up?
we go into the first day of March there almost.
Ooh, that's right. That's right. Last week of February. All right, thanks for joining us at 6.
We'll see you at 10.